Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It's only been a few days since the official release of the Unreal Engine 5.8 MCP plugin, and I've been testing it out quite a bit. One thing that I realized is I actually didn't have a lot of the toolset plugins enabled, and what I mean by this is I didn't have everything set up properly for Claude to interface with systems like Niagara, PCG, UMG, and a bunch of other Unreal Engine 5 features. So I finally got everything configured correctly, and I used Claude to create this quest icon Niagara system. Basically, I only provided it with two assets. The first was a 3D model of an exclamation mark that I created in Blender. The second was a simple circle mask that I made in Photoshop. So in this video, I'll be showing you the entire process from start to finish. If it messed up, I left it in the video, and I'm not here to bullshit you guys and only show the successes. I want to be as transparent with these tools as possible and show you the entire process, whether it succeeds or whether it fails. I'm really just trying to provide the tests, the data, the results, and you guys can form your own conclusions about what this actually means for you personally. Now, with that being said, it definitely helps if you already have some basic Unreal Engine 5 experience or background knowledge. That's why I've got this super nice beginner's course on how to make games in UE5. You guys can check it out using the link in the description. But if not, no pressure. I'll be making some more free tutorials and courses here on the channel. So just make sure you subscribe, leave a like, drop a comment below. It really helps out the channel a ton. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, so here's the very first prompt that we have. Create a new Niagara particle system that uses the SM_quest icon mesh in the props folder. It's a simple exclamation mark model that needs to float up and down, have a yellow glow effect, emissive, and yellow aura circle around it. So basically this little quest icon, you usually have this in, like an MMO or just an RPG game where you have different NPCs. So I'm going to see if I can get Claude to create a new Niagara system using this mesh. And I just created this mesh over here in Blender. I just used the text tool to type the exclamation mark. I converted this to mesh and then I extruded it out so it's actually like 3D, and then I unwrapped it. So I exported that and I imported it into Unreal here. So I'm going to go ahead and see what Claude does. Okay, so the first iteration or result, basically it got everything exactly as I specified in the prompt. So it added a little exclamation mark that's bobbing up and down, and it added like this yellow glow. However, the yellow glow aura effect was a little too intense. So I just went and deleted that because I didn't want to use that. And instead I opted to create another different effect. Okay, so I just made this mask in Photoshop. It's called Circled Mask. This is Texture 2D. So we're going to see if Claude can actually add this in here. So let's just go ahead and say, I removed the aura effect because it was not great. Instead, use the texture titled Circle. So we'll see how this does. Okay, so it just completed and it took about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It added the circle. It's a little bit big, so maybe we can just edit this real quick. Uniform spacing, maybe. Oh yeah, so that looks like that changes the actual scale. So yeah, I'm not really familiar with Niagara, that's the thing. I can kind of just look at certain properties and just try and figure it out. But yeah, that seems to work. But yeah, maybe something like that. Could be like a little quest effect. You can put this above like an NPC's head. So for example, let's just grab in the character here, and we'll just drag this effect above the character's head, maybe something like this. So yeah, as you can see in the actual thing over here, we can scale this thing up. We can also, down here, you can see it created the actual material. So it created this circle material using the mask that I provided. And so basically, here's the actual material node. Over here, it's using this unlit shading model that's two-sided, and they added the yellow effect for the emissive color. And yeah, that is pretty much the final effect. So you could also probably use this for maybe different props. So like, say we drag in this chair over here, and it could be like a quest icon that the player has to go up to, like an item. Let's see if we can have the circle uniform sprite size be exposed as a variable that we can modify. Can you expose in the NS quest icon the uniform sprite size for the circle so that I can change it dynamically? Okay, so can you expose the NS quest icon, the uniform sprite size for the circle so that I can change it dynamically? So we're going to go ahead and see if we can have it expose the circle size and scale. That way I can actually change it per instance. Now, obviously, this is like a very simple effect, so I'll have to try this with more advanced particle effects. Okay, so in the details, use a parameter set circle size in blueprint runtime. So let's go ahead and select this. We have the details. We're going to go ahead and now we have a parameter called circle size. So yeah, as you can see, it basically added that. So now I can select this huge circle and scale this down over here. Maybe I could add like this one. Maybe we could even like do this and put the circle around this object, something like that. Okay. And maybe we could also add another parameter where the question mark is offset if we wanted it to be higher up, because you can see it's kind of merging into this object. So we could probably add another parameter for that. What I'm going to add real quickly is I want to add like a ribbon trail. Okay, so we're going to add a ribbon trail in the particle effect that starts from the bottom of the quest icon and extends about 200 centimeters vertically. So the ribbon should be glowing and yellow just like the regular effect. Okay, so it just finished. We need to obviously make some tweaks to this. Maybe, let me just open this up, see what it looks like. Yeah, so I added a ribbon, but the thing about the ribbon is it's like a square, not exactly what I wanted. I think there's actually a system. Let me actually see if there's a Niagara system that has this effect that I want. Should be like a ribbon trail or something like that. Maybe we can just have it modified. Okay, so I think what we'll do is I want the ribbon to have a sort of waving effect. Modify the ribbon to be more of a ribbon trail effect. Should be waving in the air like a actual ribbon. All right, so we're back about 1 minute and 47 seconds. It got this nice little waving effect, and it's still like a 2D effect. I think that's looking good. Now I just want to, I think, modify it so it'll be above the exclamation mark instead of inside of it. Also, I want to have the ends not be squares. I want it to be sort of like a sharp edge. Okay, so I gave it a command here. Great. Now modify the ribbon so that it is above the quest icon. Mesh and make both ends of the ribbon sharp / pointed. Okay, make it a little bit thinner as well. So I want to see how well that does. All right, so we're back. So yeah, this is a lot better. Holy cow. So yeah, look at that. So now we have like this little ribbon effect, as you can see. And I'm not sure why it's like spawning in and out like that. Maybe that's something we could also fix. This is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can figure out why it's like respawning. Maybe that is, let's see here. We have the ribbon. Maybe we need to drag this all the way. So it pauses at like 3 seconds in. Okay, let's get the actual time so we can direct. Okay, about 3 seconds in, we'll let Claude know about. So we said about 3 seconds into the quest icon, Niagara system playing, or maybe like simulating. I could use that. Simulating. The ribbon disappears and reappears. Can you fix this for me? So let's see if Claude can figure out that issue. All right, so we're back about 2 minutes, 11 seconds, and it fixed the issue. So no more of that thing glitching, and it looks completely fine now. So yeah, that is pretty much our particle effect. It has that little parameter over here, the circle size, which I can adjust. So if I have, a bigger quest object, I can adjust this. And this is driven by like the blueprint parameter. So if I add this in like a blueprint actor, I can basically just adjust that value. So yeah, maybe I can even pull it over here with my door, and maybe we can do something like that. So yeah, we could probably add another parameter as well to adjust the exclamation mark height so it can be offsetted. Okay, so I said add a new parameter that controls / offsets the quest icon mesh as well as the ribbon, so I can change it in the details panel per instance. So that should go ahead and take care of that, and then I can move the quest icon above the door. Okay, so it looks like we did crash. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just send and restart. Hopefully it saved the system. I don't remember if I actually saved everything. So this still is experimental, so it's likely this is going to crash sometimes when you're running the plugin. Okay, so yeah, we got to restore these packages. Hopefully it didn't delete my work. Okay, so let's save the system. It's okay. Uh, let's just do file, save all. It looks like it just didn't save my positioning for those assets. Just dragging my blueprint door here. So maybe it actually did it. Let me actually select this over here, details. No, so add more user parameters. Add 2 user parameters. Okay, so it just finished here. So it added apparently these 2 parameters, quest icon offset and user ribbon offset. So let's go to details. And yeah, so we have X, Y, and Z value. So let's adjust the Z value maybe. So that's the quest icon offset. Actual value. So if I adjust this value, it's not actually offsetting it. So this will probably just be something that I'll have to test out again. This is probably something I could easily just figure out, messing around with the actual system itself, going into here. But yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty pleased with the results. I'd like to know you guys' thoughts on this down in the comments down below. And maybe I'll test out creating some other different effects, like maybe like a fireball, just other types of particle effects, stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. And that's pretty much it for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed.